Welcome to Rockingham Speedway. Qualifying just underway for the Low Drag Esports Truck Series, part of the Sidewinder Racing Leagues. As you see the trucks making their way out onto the track. 56 Hayden Lowell, Chevy Silverado, one of the first ones down and away. We'll ride with him. See how the lap goes. Go on board Napa Chevrolet. See how he takes turns 3 and 4 as he comes to start lap 1. Seems kind of subdued there. Doesn't really balls to the wall sliding it out there or anything. I think he'll get in anger here coming out of 3 and 4 for lap number 2. He'll take it high, I'm assuming. So he'll straighten it out on exit. Throttle down, and we are game on here for the 56 truck as he completes the first lap.
Has just done a 25.1.
The crew chief wants to let you know that he ran a 25.1. Dang, Llewellyn faster, but he went balls out on lap 1. Hayden's going to go for lap 2 here. So bottom in 3 and 4, lets it drift up. Keeps letting it drift up. Catches it about midway through the corner. Straightens up the exit, take the shortest path to the line. Hayden Lowell puts down a 24.680 top of the board. No surprise there. Cody Cleaver goes P2 in the number 2 Gainbridge Chevy. Travis Martin goes to 3rd. Andrew Beach 4th. Casey Graves 5th. Daniel Wallen 6th. Ethan Evers 7th. And Davis Greenwell in 8th so far. Quinn Newton jumps in, goes up to the 4th spot. 88 712 brake Chevrolet. Cody Brown slots in at 5th in the Tide Ride. Nice throwback there. Oh, he's going to spin it out. The Tide truck noses into the inside wall, but it's a cool throwback for Cody Brown nonetheless. Matt Benke throwing it back to last season. At least it's a throwback. It counts. Tony Breidinger Chevrolet. Andrew Beach throwing it back to himself, as always. Ian Montrose not throwing it back at all. This is this season throwback. This season paint scheme. Throwing it back to week 1, I guess. Brad Wilson throwing it into the Rockingham wall. That Shenandoah Shine Ford smashes hard, but he has already completed the laps and gone 3rd quick. Benke getting extra practice. Montrose Beach also still out there. Trucks getting their first laps in. Jeremy Scherer, Cliff Mullins. Scherer running the Clint Boyer throwback. I made him. Cool truck. Cliff goes to 9th. Lucas goes to 2nd. That's a bright purple. 97. First lap. Put him up there. Blake Giglio in the 16. Is not able to beat Hayden. Blake moves up to 7th. Jimmy Scherer goes to 15th. Cliff Mullins 10th. And that looks like it's going to be it for qualifying. I don't see the bottom 4 trucks making any movement towards getting on the racetrack. So 18 of our 22 trucks put in a lap time, and it looks like it's Hayden Lowell's pole tonight. That sounded awkward. Could have worded that better. See if we can track down Hayden and ask him about his pole. It's just going to be the running joke for the night. Hayden DG, you got copy? Hi, surprise. Hold
hello?
on. Hi. No, I got to undo voice and video. Now you can hear me, right?
Hello. Hi?
Hi. Ohio.
Hi.
Yeah.
There we go. Now I hear you.
Push to talks are weird things.
Ah, well, that'll do it.
Yeah, sorry. Well, looks like we got pole here. There's nobody else really rolling out onto the racetrack, so you get an extra 40 seconds to talk about yourself. I'm sure you love that.
Yeah. 56 on pole. Familiar sight recently, and unfortunately can't convert them to wins.
Maybe you should spend less time hot lapping and more time long running.
Maybe I should spend more time in leagues without Lucas Hoitzma.
Oof. Saying that's your Achilles heel, he's going to beat you again tonight?
No, I think this is a Brad Wilson race, honestly. I think he knows this track a little bit better than I do, better than Lucas does, better than Blake. Blake says Blake is not very confident in himself tonight. We'll see how that works. But no, I think this is a Brad Wilson race through and through.
Typically when Blake's not confident in himself, he does really well.
Yeah, he's like Mark Martin. No, I don't have a winning car, and he wins anyway.
Yep. Very, very Mark Martin-like, except Blake has a lot of championships.
Yeah, that's the only difference between the two.
The only one.
Other than the fact that Mark is like 60-something and Blake's, I think, still a teenager.
They're like 50 years apart.
But other than that.
Other than that, and other than the fact that, Mark Martin's been in the real NASCAR Cup Series and Blake not so much.
Now we're splitting hairs.
I know, it's such a thin line. All right, man, tell me about the track a little bit.
130 laps, holy.
Tell me about the track.
Also, my black box is showing me 38 estimated laps of fuel.
38-ish, that's good to know. Thank you. Go right into my analysis here while we're talking about it. So what do you think? Maybe like 36 to 40-ish if you're Lucas?
If you're Lucas, I'm sure you can get 45 out of it somehow.
All right, I'll put 36 to 40-ish, and we'll let Lucas make us idiots and run 60.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, Rockingham, what's your feelings on it?
It's like you're going through the whoop section at a motocross race, just through 3 and 4. Probably going to be lap 1 or 2 wreck. Track is very hot, very slick. I think it was like 130 in practice. So it's going to be a hot, slick race, and I think that's really going to let talent and skill show through.
I feel like if you took, let's say, a Darlington and a bumpy Daytona and put them together, and it turns out to be this.
Darlington, bumpy Daytona, and then throw in a little Bristol, and yeah.
There you go. Make it a little shorter. Good times. All right, man. Good luck, and hit me with a few quick shout-outs for your poll.
Napa Auto Parts, U-Swiss for putting on the broadcast. Cody Brown for putting on the... I almost said Xfinity League. This is Trucks. Putting on the Truck League. And Low Drag Eat Sports for sponsoring.
All right, man. Good luck.
All right, bye.
Hayden starting on poll. Let's run through our starting lineups presented by our friends at the Wadagoons. As soon as we can get our cameras all situated. They're being a little funky at the moment. I'm doing my best. There we go. They're being very silly. Here we go. Find our starting lineup. There we go. Graphics are up. Hayden Law is your pole sitter, number 56, Low Drag Chevrolet with Napa in third. Brad Wilson, Shenandoah Shine Ford in fourth. Cody Cleaver, Gamebridge Chevy in fifth. Travis Martin, the Ghostman Ford in sixth. Blake Giglio, the Shenandoah Shineway Chevrolet in seventh. Quinn Newton, 712 Brake Chevrolet in eighth. Matt Benke, the Victoria's Secret Chevrolet in ninth. Cliff Mullins, Curly's Guns & More Chevrolet in 10th. Cody Brown and the Tide Ride starts in 11th. Ian Montrose, C2X Chevrolet in 12th. Andrew Beach, Side Pipe Chevrolet in 13th. Ethan Evers, GHR Chevrolet in 14th. Jeremy Scherer, the 5-Hour Energy Chevrolet. I painted that a long-ass time ago. Starts in 15th. Daniel Wallen, 712 Brake Chevrolet in 16th. TJ Floyd in the U.S. Air Force Chevy 17th. Davis Greenwell in his modern Vet Chevrolet in 18th. Nick Cooper has the Mobile 1 Toyota in 19th. Zach Martison 21st in the Uwu Market Chevrolet. And Jay Munch, the Raptor Chevy, starts in 22nd. Everybody but Ashton Tackwell out on track, so may have one less truck out there tonight. Thanks once again to the Wadagoons for our starting lineups for tonight's race. We get back up to the front of the field, get ready for the start of this one. 130 laps from Rockingham. Round number 7 of our championship format. 10 regular season rounds and then 5 chase races. No winning you're in anymore. It's just back to points and consistency. Lucas a bit of a bobble coming out of 2. Hayden gets the lead. Now Lucas back to the inside going into turn 3. Brad Wilson closing in the Shenandoah Shine truck. You heard Hayden a little worried about Lucas. And more worried about Brad Wilson in his pre-race chat. So we'll keep an eye on Brad Wilson and see if he is indeed a threat to the top 2. Already working lap number 2. That turn 2 wall comes up at you quick, especially if you burn the right front off. So we'll have to keep an eye on that back in the field. We got a kerfuffle going on back here. 3 wide going into turn 3. Jeremy Scherer drifted up the hill a little bit. They get it back down to 2. Nick Cooper tail of the field, and that was Jay Munch tagging the wall coming out of 4. Back up towards the front, see what's going on up there. Hayden sets the new fastest lap of the race. So not saving much at the moment in that 56 cap. Jeremy Scherer falling back at the tail of the field. Scherer may have rushed the wall. See a little indent on that right front. Not sure if that's just the body line or if he actually brushed the wall. Kind of hard to tell on that truck. Hayden still out front. Fights on Wilson Graves. We'll go back here into the action. Back part of the field racing hard. Oh, Davis Greenwell gets it way out of shape in that number 20 in the white truck on the bottom line. Being stepped out very sideways. And Matt Benke, Ian Montrose, back part of the top 10. Matt's going to get right up by the wall, and he catches it. Victoria's Secret truck going to lose a couple spots there, fall out of 10th all the way to 13th. Cody Brown and Ethan Evers go through the open door. Right along with Cody Brown. Feel how bumpy this track is. You really get a sense of it in the truck or on the truck. There you go. On the roof. Just watch the one truck in front of them bounce all around. Ian Montrose as they head down the backstretch into turn 3. See everybody single file, mostly at the bottom up ahead. The leader Hayden Wall was pretty high. On board with Ian Montrose in the one truck. Heard him tag the wall on entry. He's going to drift it up center. The diamond's a viable line here. Inner kind of low, drifted up middle, or you can even enter middle and just kind of maintain middle until it exit and then drop it down on exit. Straighten that exit out because that turn 2 wall comes up quick, and the tighter you get, the higher you're going to want to be in the center of the corner. But the Cliff running in the 9th spot. Curly's Chevrolet sees Cody Cleaver and Quinn Newton battling ahead of him. Ready for the 7th spot. He's right on board with Quinn. See if we can find an advantage here on the 2 of Cleaver. Nothing doing there, but we do have a squabble back here. Oh, Matt Benke, big slide out of turn number 2. He was trying really hard not to hit the 8 of Ethan Evers, and he saw Daniel Wallen climb the wall a little bit. Nick Cooper 15th, Greenwell 16th, TJ Floyd back there. Margison, Scherer, Beach, and Munchell. Beach and Munchell trade that last spot in 20th about 4 times, looking at my timing and scoring. Daniel Wallen, we saw him climb the wall. He actually got a 2X out of that, so he hit it pretty hard. Number 23, a red and black truck. TJ Floyd gets around Davis Greenwell. Almost for 16th. Working lap number 11. Rapidly approaching 10% of the way through this race. We have the multi-chat on, so those of you over in YouTube can also chat with us. You can see everybody's chats on Twitch and YouTube. Just so you know. It's Hayden, Lucas, Brad Wilson, Casey Graves, Travis Martin, your top 5. Check in and see who our biggest movers of the race are so far. Nick Cooper's up 5 from his starting spot. Cooper currently running 14th. There he is in a Mobile 1 Toyota. Margison's up 4 spots. Margison started 21st, now running 17th. Unfortunately for Andrew Beach, decent qualifying up in 13th, but he's fallen back to 20th now that the race has begun. Quick look at our race analysis. 130 laps here today. Just past the 1 o'clock hour. Very hot track up. 135 is a scorching hot track. Points we got at the end of lap 65. In the fuel window, we were told an estimated 36 to 40. Hayden still running top. Lucas, Wilson, Graves, Martin, all running bottom. Hayden about the only one in the top 10 we've seen run up high. Montrose closing in on Cliff Mullins. This would be for that 9th spot. See Cliff running it up high, then dropping it down on exit there out of 2. That's the good way to do it. Get the most speed you can get down the backstretch, and see him use it to pull away from Montrose. Short track veteran knows how to navigate a tight turn 2 wall. Artisan catching TJ Floyd. Meanwhile, Daniel's fallen to 21st. I think Daniel smacked the wall again. Yeah. Margison putting pressure on TJ Floyd for 15th. We continue to watch that battle. Margison trying to take it on the outside. Meanwhile, just up ahead of him, Nick Cooper working on Matt Benke. Matt giving him plenty of room on the outside. Bukus and Bukus of room. Uh-oh. TJ Floyd on the backstretch. No caution. But TJ Floyd, well, when you wreck down there below that yellow line, does not ring out the caution. TJ gets going back again. Front end damaged. You see that a lot here. Spinning out of turn number 2. You either cut the wheel so hard not to hit the wall, you lose the back end, or you push up into the outside wall, then bounce to the inside. TJ is going to limp it around on the apron. I'm a little surprised. Does not have a meatball, so I guess he figured continue on so you get a caution. Stay one lap down, not go multiple. Alright, let's run through the full field rundown. Since we have time and a long green flag run going, be a good time for that. Jump in on our follow cam, and there's Hayden Lowell heading into turn number 1, your race leader, the Napa Chevy. Been out front for pretty much every lap ever since the start. Lucas Weissman rides second. He is 9/10 back. The number 97 truck. Brad Wilson running in third. Heard Hayden say he was worried about Brad Wilson for this race. Currently rides in the 3rd spot. Nothing to be worried about so far, but still early. Haven't even made our first round of pit stops yet. There's Blake Giglio running in 4th. Casey Graves, Travis Martin. Those 3 running close proximity. Cody Cleaver riding in the 7th spot. Number 2 Gainbridge Chevy. Quinn Newton is 8th in the 712 Brake Chevrolet. Then Cliff Mullins closing him down, trying to move in for that 8th spot. Ethan Evers in the top 10 right now. Has the next 3 days off, so he's pretty excited. Talked to him before the race. There's Cody Brown running in 11th as pressure from Nick Cooper. Cooper started at the tail of this field just about. He is putting pressure on the 17 of Cody Brown. That would be for the 11th spot. You see Cody actually gaining on Ethan Evers. Cody, though, gets up into the outside wall in the middle of 1 and 2. You just barely tap it. You can actually gain speed, but he actually got into it pretty hard there. Truck slowed down as a result, and that moves Nick Cooper up to 11th. Brown now 12th. Ian Montrose coming in there in 13th. The C2X Chevrolet. See him exit the corner really low. Kind of cost him a little momentum. Nick Cooper's next one to run down will be Ethan Evers to get into the top 10. Matt Benke runs 14th. There's Margison in 15th as we skipped over TJ Floyd. Floyd, the only truck 1 lap down, just ahead of him. Then you have Davis Greenwell in 16th. Jeremy Scherer in 17th. Andrew Beach right there with them in 18th. Jay Munch runs 19th. And Daniel Llewellyn is still in the lead lap in 20th. And then, of course, we showed you TJ Floyd, last truck on the track. 21st in that number 49 Air Force truck. Check back in for any kind of battles we got going on. Travis Martin working on Casey Graves. Not quite up to his tailgate, but moving in. Inching his way there. Do have Ian Montrose, Cody Brown battle. C2X versus 10/10. Brown in the Tide ride. Ian in that chrome and green number 1. Cool looking truck. He showed me his paint scheme during the off season. He was so excited about it. It's pretty nice looking, have to admit. Now Matt Benke closing in on said battle as well. 35 Victoria's Secret truck as Montrose tags the wall. He was so shocked I said something nice about him. He had to go and hit the wall. Matt Benke trying to put the pressure on there. Travis. Casey Graves is in the outside wall, and that is going to allow Travis to get by virtually uncontested. It's nice of Casey to keep it against the fence instead of trying to rip it down and getting in trouble. And Travis just staying methodical up into the top 5 in the Ghostman Ford F-150. Casey Graves just behind now in that number 4 True Speed Toyota. There's Cody Cleaver kind of by himself. Second half ahead, second half behind. Quinn Newton rides in that 8th spot. There is Cliff just behind Blake. Starting to close in on Brad Wilson here. Brad moving up the hill. Running the Hayden line through 3 and 4. Hayden's still up there, half second ahead of Lucas. These two battle 2.5 seconds behind our leaders. Ooh, Blake Owego coming out of 2. Easy to do that. Let's go ahead and put our stage information in for you guys. Halfway at the end of 65. Oh, Blake tags the wall coming out of turn 4. That is going to cost him grounds. Wilson going to get away a little bit. Lucas, meanwhile, applying pressure. Running down Hayden. Up the hill they both go. Lucas ran the bottom for a long time, presumably to save some tire. Now he has tracked down race leader Hayden Lull. Meanwhile, I'll get reports Matt Benke may have crashed. TJ Floyd has had an issue. TJ made a pit stop and hasn't come back out. Matt Benke low on the track. Right while our leaders are trying to battle. Watch the lead battle. Try to track down Matt and see what happened later. Lucas putting on pressure for the win here. I know we still got a long way to go, but still. Pressure is pressure. Oh my gosh, look at all that lap traffic up ahead. We get past Daniel Llewellyn. Blake Giglio and Llewellyn make contact. Fortunately, they get that sorted. Now Benke's completed a stop, or made it onto the pit lane. Lucas looking low for the lead here. Not quite there. Their drones chasing around the track for a little bit. Hayden enters low, then sends it up the hill. And drives it off the corner, going back down the hill. Kind of even on speed coming off of turn 4. 1 and 2 is where Lucas has been better. Lucas gets it more up the hill. And just drives it straight off as he can. And it gives him a good run each time getting back to turn 3. I see Hayden actually brushed the wall a little bit. Lucas is going to look inside. Get a battle for the lead. Hayden probably has preferred line at the moment, though. Look at the traffic. They're heading up one. That is Matt Benke already 2 laps down. Hayden moves to the bottom. And Lucas gets that straight drive off, so didn't have to worry about Margison on the outside. Margison cuts it back down to the inside. Margison may be retiring the truck. Or maybe pitting. One of the two. Or both. Don't have to be mutually exclusive. Jerry Scherer around the outside of Davis Greenwell. Oh, Scherer into the outside wall. That's going to give it right back. Matt Benke, and here comes our leaders. Trying to pass all these trucks that are struggling while battling for the lead. Lucas is on the inside of Hayden Lull. Lap traffic is making it spicy.
With me.
Get driver chat back in here so we can enjoy their struggle. Catching up on the J Munch truck, the Raptor Chevy. Be sure to tag the wall again there. Look at the gap they have over Brad Wilson, 3 seconds. Davis Greenwell, next one up ahead. Matt Benke trying to stay 2 laps down, not go a third one. It's the Victoria's Secret just in front of these two. And down the road was the yellow truck there. I believe that's Andrew Beach and Sidepipe Chevy. 37 complete. We're told about 36 to 40 on the fuel numbers. We're at 38. And that is Ethan Evers coming to the pit lane. 8 truck. Gearheads Racing pulls down and to the pit lane. Lucas finally completes the pass on Hayden going into the corner, and I think Hayden may pit relatively soon. Yep. Hayden not going to the top there. It's kind of an indicator. Hayden Lull pits on lap number 38 as Lucas Hoysma had taken the lead. Napa Chevy dominated the first part of the race, goes to the pit lane. Lucas Hoysma takes over the race lead.
Yeah.
If you can go 40, maybe 40, 80, 120. So you need to pick up an extra 3 to 4 laps if you want to cut out a pit stop.
Pitting pin.
If Lucas can go quite that long, he's known for trying it. Brad Wilson brings the 51 to the pit lane. You also see the 55, 69, 15, all 10-tenths trucks there on the pit lane. Lucas could not go those extra laps, so don't think anyone's cutting out the pit stop. Unless Blake tries to do it, because Blake is staying out. Blake will get a lap led there at the line. Extra bonus point for his season. Travis Martin still out there rolling. Pit road a busy place though. Brad Wilson, Quinn Newton, Hayden Lowell. Hayden goes back around everybody after his earlier pit stop. Ian Montrose is down there. Greenwell. Ethan's already been on and off the pit lane. Cody Brown just out of the pit lane. J Much fresh off pit lane. A lot of trucks coming out for the service. Does Blake come this time? He does. How about T-Mart? T-Mart's going to stay out. I think this man may have been saving fuel from the get-go, just in case we had a situation like we had at the moment. Cleaver also staying out there in the 2. He's had some really good strategy calls this season in multiple series, and here he is out there, right there with the Ghost Man. Does Travis go 42? Can he go another? It is 42 for the Ghost Man. How about Cleaver? Cleaver's going to soldier on. This is setting Cleaver up to have the best chance to actually make it with one less stop, although Lucas is already right on his tailgate. Definitely hear him shutting off the motor there, or clutching it, one of the two. Lucas going to get to the inside. He could have to go 3, 3, and 4 if he wants to cut out a pit stop. Has to go 43, 43, and then 44. There he comes to the pit lane, so first one's complete, 43 laps. You got a better chance of running it longer because you don't have pace laps after the first one, so he could do it. Just have to see how much time he gives up to do it. Hayden, one of the first ones to pit, by virtue of doing so, way out in front. Undercuts are very strong here. And give up a ton of time per lap. These tires wear very much. Hayden to the race lead. Has 3.3 seconds over Lucas after just 2 laps. There's only 2 laps between their 2 pit stops. That is crazy. Brad Wilson in 3rd. 1 second behind Lucas. Travis Martin's now 4th as you see Cody Cleaver coming off the pit lane. That should complete our green flag cycle of stops here for round 1 of the stops. Most of the drivers looking at 3 rounds if they don't stretch the tanks. Heard someone else shaving fuel there. I don't know who that was because like 4 trucks went by, but you heard someone else clutch it. Let's go ahead and run through the full field after getting our green flag stops complete. Hayden Nolan in 56, Napa Chevy is your race leader. He's got 3.5 seconds now over Lucas Hoyce for the 97. Rides in 2nd. Brad Wilson 3rd, 1.3 back. Travis Martin 8 seconds behind Brad Wilson. My goodness. He rides in the 4th spot. Then Casey Graves just behind him in the number 4 truck. Rides in 5th. Ethan Evers up to 6th in that number 8, although he's getting passed by Blake Giglio. Evers, one of the first trucks to the pit lane, so he should be getting passed by these guys who pit later on the newer tires. He's now fallen to 7th as Blake's taking over 6th. Cody Brown going to look to take the 7th spot from him. Cody, the Tide ride, sits in the 8th spot. Quinn Newton rides in 9th.
I heard a 4-car got a little bit of pace under them wheels.
Cody Cleaver in the 10th spot, the Gamebridge Chevrolet.
Half the track on.
Nick Cooper in 11th. Ian Montrose 12th. Cliff Mullins 13th. Daniel Wallen, first truck a lap down. Well, it was. Andrew Beach now the first truck a lap down. Andrew is 14th. J Much, the Raptor Chevy, 1 lap down in 15th. Matt Benke, a lap down in the Victoria's Secret Chevy in 16th. Davis Greenwell, 17th, 1 lap down. Daniel Wallen now the last car, 1 lap down in 18th. Jeremy Scherer still sits on the pit lane. I think he's all funned out. Or may have had extensive repairs, one of the two. Raunchy 63 is my favorite bedtime story hero. Travis Martin in the 4th spot right now. There's Hayden, and you see nobody behind him. That gap to Lucas is 4 seconds. I think Lucas maybe is working on saving fuel. Let's ride on board and find out for ourselves. Yep. Telltale sign. Dropping it into third, completely clutched in. What up, Dan? How are you, my friend? Hear him saving on both ends of the racetrack. Right on board with Brad Wilson. See if he's pulling strategy call here. He's not clutching it in there. Closing in on halfway. About 15 laps to go. Hayden should have plenty of fuel to take that. I think Hayden has one more stop than Lucas does for sure. I think Lucas wants to save fuel and stay out of Brad. They're a lap apart on their pit stops. Travis Martin. See if Travis is saving or if he's just kind of chilling. What up, Corey? Good to see you. Travis up the hill. Doesn't sound like he's in full save mode, but he's still not overly aggressive on it. Just smooth operator for the 63. See what Casey's up to. Currently riding in 5th, and he is 2.4 seconds behind Travis Martin. Let's jump on with Cody Cleaver. He was the last one to pit. See if we hear him clutching and saving. He's letting off a little early and coasting it pretty far. So that may be a strategy, and not really a clutcher, but getting out of the throttle early and letting it ride in. It's definitely a method to save, but he was the last one to pit, so he's the best one on fuel right now. Currently in a battle with Cody Brown, 17. 20 trucks now in the lead lap. Davis in 16th right now. Struggle bus for the 20 tonight. Brad Wilson still riding in the shadow of Lucas Hoytsma here. Of course, the lap truck of Jeremy Scherer. Scherer has gotten back out there. Had 6 minutes of damage to fix up on that 15 truck, and he is back out there. 16 laps down. Still learning some track time here. Checking on Andrew Beach. There he is. Currently in that lucky dog spot, praying for a caution. Check Cliff. Last truck on the lead lap. 21 seconds behind our leader. So in effect about 5 seconds ahead. And there you see Hayden not too far behind.
I didn't mean to touch you, I'm sorry.
Look at this mess.
You're good.
My goodness. I wonder why the rest of the track seems empty. They're all piled up here. Cody Brown, Nick Cooper.
We're both just trying for the same spot.
Cody Cleaver just ahead. So Cody, and Nick. Cody Cooper. Cody Brown had to cut that wheel hard to the left to not run into Nick Cooper on corner exit, and Cooper takes the spot. Davis Greenwell, the lap machine, still right there with the 17. Just behind him, you have Ethan Evers in 10th. Heard Quinn Newton talking about a little contact there. He's riding in 11th. Ian Montrose in 12th. And there's Cliff in the 13th spot. Those trucks are about the only ones even remotely close to one another. Close in on halfway. Kind of wishing we had a halfway caution right about now. Bunch them back up, but that infringes on the purity of racing. So heck with it. An energy drink tastes like the blue icy in a can. And it's fantastic, in case anybody wondered. Hayden gets around Matt Benke, puts Matt 2 laps down, and now Matt and Daniel Llewellyn on the same lap. Their next one is for Cliff Mullins. He'll be the next one to go a lap down. See him trying to catch up to the one in the 88. Let them be the next truck to go a lap down. There's the blue and yellow and white truck in the background. Ian says it's time to go. Gets past Quinn. See if he can hold it on exit. Ooh, little contacts. They all survive it, but it's going to slow them all down. None of them want that. They're all in the lead lap, trying to stay there. And the leader is coming. Let's go on board with the one of Montrose and look back. I don't use this camera much, but it does exist. So the two in the foreground, that are lead lap trucks. And then the one behind them, the blue and yellow, that is your race leader in the lap. Brad Wilson, meanwhile, right on the tailgate of Hoytsman, just kind of staying there. 3, 4, 5 tenths, the gap fluctuates.
How much?
Cliff trying to put the moves on Ian here. Newton starting to drift back towards the leader.
100 V-bucks.
To bring out a caution? I'd do it.
Oh shit, you might be overtime now.
It's $1.
100 V-bucks.
Cliff looking to the inside. Are we going to pass here? Let's check. You see that Napa truck getting closer and closer and closer.
You can get a low paper plate. Use code Ninja for 50% off your low paper plate. All bombers.
Hashtag ad.
Davis, you need a button that doesn't actually like come across iRacing, but it still makes you feel good. You
Damn.
need a fake push to talk.
Yeah, Montrose gets the wall coming out of turn number 4 right down in front of Quinn. Hey Scott, welcome in, my friend. It's going pretty good so far. Caution free. So far. Just past halfway. There are your stage points coming in. Hayden Lowell with 10. Lucas Hoytsman 9. Brad Wilson 8. Travis Martin 7. Casey Graves 6. Blake Giglio 5. Cody Cleaver 4. Nick Cooper 3. Cody Brown 2. And Ethan Evers gets the final point at halfway. Those bottom two actually seem backwards. Well, there you go. That is how we are running just past halfway. About 28 laps since Hayden last pit. 22 since Cleaver last pit. Cleaver in the 7th spot. He's trying to cut a pit stop out of him. Hayden 5 laps away from that. Here's Hayden. Here's Lucas. And we're starting lap number 69. Everyone's favorite. Nice. Nearly the entire length of the backstretch is the lead now. 4.6 seconds. And then a half second to Brad Wilson. Into a Shine truck riding in 3rd. And Travis Martin 5 seconds back in the 4th spot. T Martin having himself a nice day. It's good to see. He's had some real shit luck. Happy to see Travis having a good run. Casey Graves up in that 5th spot. Blake uncharacteristically far back in 6th. Mr. Tire Saver. Not one of his better tracks, it would appear. Cody Cleaver in 7th. We know he was the last one to pit. That last cycle of stops. And we hear the truck not under power there. He's definitely coasting it, saving fuel there. Cleaver trying to stretch the fuel numbers. As we said earlier, it needs to go 43, 43, and 44 to cut out a pit stop. Most of the drivers are telling us 38-ish on the fuel number if they're going hard the whole time. I think Lucas is trying to cut a stop too. We'd heard him clutching some. Let's see if we can go on board, see if he's still doing it. Yep. Still saving fuel in that 97. And that explains why he is 4.5 seconds back. Hayden's just trying to go so hard that he passes everybody. I think Hayden just assumes the caution's coming. Drivers doing good so far tonight. 21 drivers Not a big field for Rockingham. I think some people just don't like Rockingham, so they're like, the hell with it. Does beat you to death if you have a very sensitive force feedback. So I get it. Did they repave here IRL? I don't remember. You'd have to tell me. I have to look that one up and tell me. I don't remember. I couldn't remember which track it was. I know they repaved something in Carolina. I just don't know what. It's like Casey Graves going to come down for the pit cycle. 4 truck and Matt Benke, both on the pit lane. 35 and 4. Casey, of course, hitting from position on the lead lap. Cliff Mullins has gone a lap down. I think as soon as Cliff's no longer the lucky dog, he'll come pit. Try to flip the strategy. It's about the best move he's got right now. Imachos, 1 truck on the pit lane. Some of these are earlier than I thought they might be. Well, that's alright. If they're assuming they're on a pit twice, maybe they're going to try and get extra fuel or extra time on new tires is what I'm trying to say. Aiden trying to put a lap on 17, Cody Brown. Montrose, Benke, Casey Graves.
8 pitting.
To the pit lane.
Blake ticket room 1.
Well, damn.
Reports that Travis Martin may have crashed and then passed by Julio. So confused. It was just a tiny scoring blink. There's Hayden. Brad is now 5.2 back. So Lucas trying to make his number. Currently behind Brad Wilson by 1.9. And Lucas realizes he really needs to stretch it. He has to go 3 laps longer than Cody Cleaver does, by virtue of when he took that first pit stop. There is Cliff, 1 lap down. Cody Brown, 7th, 1 lap down.
Good man.
Hayden continues to soldier around, and here he comes to the pit lane. Cody Brown's going to follow him down. Cliff's going to stay out and pray for a caution. Lucas takes over the race lead. He's got to go, gosh, pretty good ways here. He wants to try and make it, I want to say 86. 86 would be his magic number to even have a shot at it.
6 ramp in the time.
Hayden gets in his box. Cleaver stays out. Giglio, Martin, and Hoytsma. Hoytsma brushing the wall a little bit there. Trucks on new tires, trying to get past them. Oh, the Cooper, big slide in the Mobile 1 Toyota. Just about ruined Lucas's race there. A great job saving that truck. That was scary. Good truck control from Nick Cooper. Looks like TJ Floyd and Zach Margison are officially out of the race now. Cody Brown picked up a black flag in the 17 truck. He's going to have to come back to the pit lane. Or just ride around and DQ himself, whichever he feels like. Jay Munch peels off to go to the pit lane. Quinn Newton down there as well. Ethan Evers fresh off the pit lane. And Drew Beach, side pipe truck, going down to get some tires and fuel. Cliff Mullins 37 team rolling down the pit lane. Handful of drivers left. Davis Greenwell,
I'm trying
Cody
to go
Cleaver,
down.
Blake
I need to go
Yago, Travis
down. I
Martin.
need to go down.
Matt Benke is there. Oh my gosh. That's scary. Now we see why his voice changed so many octaves. Fortunately, we stay green there. Nobody ran over anybody. Was still inching closer to that lap 86 target that I said he needed. And Cody Brown's finally serving that drive-through penalty for the 17 team. Fortunately, put him a couple laps down after that. green since the start. 83 laps and counting at Rockingham. That's damn impressive for how turn 2 can get really tight, especially for racing somebody. Did see one spin. Fortunately, it was down below that yellow line off the racing surface. Did not trigger the yellow. Looks like Cody Brown actually has a hold. It wasn't just a pass through, it was a hold on the 17 truck. So things went from bad to worse there. He's going to drop well down the running order. And Travis is going to bring it in. Lap 84. That is a really big ask to go 46 laps. Lucas is on 44 right now. Like I said, he probably needs another lap or two. Probably go 45 and 45 to the end. And he's not going to get that 45th lap. It'll be a stretch here. I think right across the line would make it 45, and then he has to go another 45. Fascinating stuff here with Lucas. It's going to be very, very close. Lucas can make it to the end. Blake Giglio takes over the lead. So he's going to be obviously a lap better or more to the good side of this fuel strategy situation. Blake now on the pit lane, hands it over to Cody Cleaver. Cody went the longest of anybody last time around. He's just kind of showing off at this point. Probably needs to come down and get the tires. Like, we know he can make it. He's giving up a ton of track position now. Unless he just wants to save a little less in this last run. Doesn't have to save. He can just go balls to the wall and push. And there is the call from the deuce. Pit on lap 88. Be 42 to go. He can definitely make that. Blake went 45. Lucas went 45. And at the end of this run, Cleaver will have gone 45. The race lead goes back to the Napa truck. Hayden Mull. Fairly certain Hayden has another pit stop coming. Same for Casey Graves in third. Now second as he passes Cody Cleaver. And that is a long way to go. There's 12 seconds between Hayden Mull and Casey Graves. Hayden was worried about anybody else. What? Only thing that can stop him is going to be strategy. Looks like the pit lane time is about 40 seconds. So that's the delta at least he would need, at minimum, over everyone else to stay ahead of him. And Lucas is well within that window. So Lucas would take the lead if Hayden pits. Do pit lane minus box time. Take about 14 seconds out of the 42s that we see. Then it would be, doing math in my head, about 28 seconds. And he's still within that as well by 7 seconds. And then Hayden will have fresher tires. Depending on what he takes, if it's fuel only or 2 tires or 4 tires. Casey Graves rides in second, 13 seconds behind Hayden Mull. Then Brad Wilson, another 2.9. Looking for battles. We got Blake Giglio and Cliff Mullins. Blake's on fresher tires, so should be pulling away. Got Ethan Ears and Ian Montrose.
So, when's the stage break?
What stage?
The stage concert.
I mean, I've been there a few times. It's not tonight.
You got a record. That's the stage
word on the street is a fan used for beating one. So you have to clean up the track from that one. Projectile bomb is 30 yards
Oh my
over
god.
catchment.
What the hell, Davis?
David,
Watch.
I want you to remember it's a push to talk, not a push to mute.
Wow.
Alright.
Ethan trying to put the move on here for 7th place. Evers having a good run tonight in the 8 truck. Ian gets a bit out of shape, but so does Ethan.
Yeah.
Ethan been down on the apron. That'll be advantage to the 1 truck. Beach not for position. He's a lap down in 13th. 2 laps down, actually, in 13th. These trucks are all 1 lap down in the top 10.
Going back down.
6th through 10th, all 1 lap down. That's crazy. A lot of different strategies being played right now. Trucks like Giglio and Cleaver trying to make it in 1 less stop, as is Lucas Hoytsma, and I think Travis is on their strategy. Let's go on board, see if we can hear him saving it all. Similar pit windows, so I'm guessing he is. Oh yeah. Now we hear the Ghost Man saving. Silent Ghost Man, it's fitting. Travy Trav in save modes. The trucks we know were probably trying to strategy. Lucas Hoyce was in 4th, trying to cut out a stop. Travis Martin's in 5th, trying to cut out a stop. Blake Giglio 9th, and Cody Cleaver in 11th. Those are the ones that we think could have a shot cutting out a pit stop, having the fuel strategy here played out. Hayden praying that there's a caution at this point. He knows he's beat on strategy if it doesn't. Ian Montrose picks up a 2X. He hit the wall pretty good. Tagged it again there. Matt Benke returning to the track. Matt now 5 laps down. 4 fresh tires on that 35. Ethan and Ian still battling for the 7th spot. Trading it a couple times here. Ian trying so hard he even smacked the wall. Meanwhile, Lucas has gone around Brad Wilson. Oh, hang on to it, Ian. Oh my gosh. Ian absolutely dancing about in that number 1 truck. And he's going to bring it to the pit lane, 30 to go. About 25 laps since his last pit. He's got the damage. We'll see if he bolts on a set of 4 fresh tires or if he calls it quits. It's about halfway through his stretch, so it would make sense to slap on a new set and get back out there. Moves Cleaver up to the 9th spot. Giglio 8th. Travis Martin in 5th, and Lucas Weissman has moved up to 2nd. He comes through on the fresher tires. Despite trying to save fuel, he's still got a very quick truck. Hayden has an 18-second lead. And you hear him still saving. Coasted on down in there in 1 and 2. Lifts it up a little bit in the center of the corner just so he can diamond the exit. Nice and tidy by Lucas there. I'm assuming Quinn's still on the outside on exit there. You just hear full save mode for the 97. He's got to have 2nd on Casey Graves, and I'm sure that's about all he's going to want, just to get ahead of those trucks and just kind of stay there. He's got, let's see, Travis Martin 2.8 seconds back, according to our numbers over here. That's the one that's on the same strategy. Casey Graves in the 4, pits in. See Davis Greenwald driving through every pit box there is, which is against the rules. Damn it, Davis. Well, Jacob Hayden's not going to make it on fuel. He's got to pit again. Don't think Lucas does.
When did I become David?
Sorry, Matt.
Okay, I don't need that disrespect.
That's what you get for driving through every pit box on pit lane.
Because I was scared Casey Graves on my outside.
Yeah, he was trying not to tell me. Appreciate it.
There is Hayden still running that high line. Does not have the right strategy if we go green.
Hitting.
He will run out. Brad Wilson, also one of those trucks that is not on the right strategy should we stay green. Brad Wilson would run out of fuel as well. Nick Cooper would run out of fuel. Ethan Evers pitting now to get the new tires on, even though he could go a little bit further. It's just good to split the strategy. If you're going to have to pit anyway, might as well come get the tires and use them up. Hayden doesn't want to admit that that's probably going to be the right call because he's hoping a caution comes out. And if a caution comes out, then most people will pit.
Daniel, I'm pitting.
There it is, 23. Number for Hayden Lowell. We'll come down and pit the Napa truck. That'll hand it over to Lucas. Lucas in fuel save mode.
Hey, man.
Let you know what Hayden does once he gets to his pit box. If it's fuel only, 2 tire, 4 tire, sure it's 4. Lucas is done bidding. Unless he gets a caution, Lucas is done bidding. Lucas is saving fuel, man. Can't flat-foot it. All right. Break it down for you. We think Lucas is going to make it. We think Travis is going to make it. Brad Wilson probably not going to make it. Currently in the 3rd spot. We think Blake will make it. And we think Cody will make it. And then Hayden probably is going to pass Cody before the end of the race. There's Hayden. 20 laps. Fresher tires. Plenty of fuel. He can go flat out. He'll probably catch Cleaver. He may even catch Giglio. We'll just have to see how far Hayden can climb back up there. And then from Giglio, it is a big gap up to Travis Martin, who would be the next truck for him that doesn't have to pit. Battle here. He and Montrose Nick Cooper. That is 11th. Cooper on the fresher tires by about 7 laps. Montrose not wanting to give it up. Neither of those trucks have to save. They can go flat out. Hayden's last lap of 25.085, his quickest lap of the race. So he knows he is just flat out trying to catch people. He's already half second away from Cody Cleaver. He's putting in the work. You see Giglio not too far ahead of Cleaver. That'd be the next one for Hayden. So he'll get Cleaver here, go back into the top 5. Brad Wilson still has to pit, so it is effectively a 4th place pass there. There's just no way Brad Wilson can make it extra 6 laps over everybody else. That would be crazy. Brad just riding it out and hoping for the caution at this point. Cody Cleaver, big wiggle. Oh my gosh. Hang on to it, Cody. Casey Graves gets around Quinn Newton as Quinn gives up the 8th place and comes to the pit lane. Already Hayden's passing Blake. Jeez. That didn't take long at all. That is effectively 3rd place for Hayden. Gap to the leader, 13 seconds. Gap to Brad Wilson, 4.5. That'd be the next one. And of course, we think Brad has to pit anyway. With Mullins should have to pit soon as well on a 37 truck. Been 33 laps since he's been down, 36 since Brad Wilson's come down.
Yeah.
Those trucks eyeing up a pit stop here very soon. If Brad Wilson stays out and refuses to pit, he'll run out of gas on track and Cliff Mullins will look like a genius. So if we get a late caution, everybody's going to come get tires, I would hope. Or else we're going to have a lot of crashing. Those green white checkers. Hayden, less than a second from Brad Wilson. Gap to the leader, 10 seconds. He's actually lapping over a second quicker a lap than Lucas, and if he is able to keep up that pace, Hayden Lowell will actually catch Lucas Hoysma. He just has to drive qualifying laps for the rest of the race. No biggie. Then I'll catch Lucas with like 4 to go. Check the times at the line. Lucas a 26.4, Hayden a 25.3. That is quick enough. That is 1 second faster. He could catch Lucas if he can keep that up. All about the distance that he can pull off here. Let's look at the tracker. It's down to 6.8, 6.9. Lucas has to do what he has to do to match that fuel number. You hear him coasting it through the corners, so he can't really pick up all the speed that he wants to. Back at the line. This is 26.67 for Lucas. Looks like Hayden, while passing Travis Martin, put down a 25.5 again. Jeez. He is actually on pace to get it done early. A handful of laps to go. There's Lucas at the line. I'm checking on Hayden. Going through 3 and 4. See the 69 J Munch heading to the pit lane there. And that was what, 6 seconds difference looks like. See Lucas in the foreground. You should see Hayden right there coming out of turn 2. So nearly just the full backstretch. 10 laps to go. Lucas Hoysma, can he hold on? Corey Deal saying Hayden's tires will die. Well, that lap gained a ton of time. 1.4 seconds picked up. Travis Martin in 3rd. Blake Giglio in 4th. Cody Cleaver 5th. And Casey Graves 1 lap down. Riding in 6th. Travis Martin would have to do the best job saving fuel to make it to the end. It's 37 laps since he was on the pit lane. He'd have to go 45, 46. Seen drivers do that though. Brad Wilson passing Ethan Evers.
Go low on 3 close.
There's your race leader. Laps winding down. 7 laps remaining here at Rockingham. Hayden Lowell currently trying to run him down. 3 seconds back. You see Lucas Purple Truck up ahead. Working through 3 and 4. Has Lucas at start finish. That gap is dwindling quickly. Can Hayden run him down? Lap times, that was the first lap in a while that Hayden didn't beat him by a full second, but it was only a few thousandths from being a full second. Hayden's slowing down, using up the tires a little bit, but he is still way quicker than Lucas. That lap was 9 tenths, 8.5 tenths quicker. Now Lucas has a truck on his inside. Casey Graves wanting to unlap himself.
Nice, Jenna.
Taking Lucas up off the bottom.
Good win, Andrew.
I say Andrew. Hayden closing in, laps winding down. There is your gap. See them both in the same TV shot now. Hayden had to pinch off the exit because of Andrew Beach from the outside. 3 laps to go. Hayden absolutely driving that truck like a madman trying to get up to Lucas. No saving at all on this run. And Casey Graves once again back to the inside of Lucas. He'll keep it down low and let Hayden around on the outside. 2 to go, and they are together. Hayden is there with 2 laps to try and figure out how to get around the 97 of Lucas Hoyt. And Lucas up the hill in the middle of the corner. Tries to pinch Hayden on exit there. Does a really good job of it, actually. Hangs off for that end of the racetrack. He's got to be able to do that 3 more times. As he tries in 3 and 4. Hayden's going to try and gas it up to the outside. Then cut back low. Lucas just doesn't have the tire to compete with that. Hayden able to get to the inside. I believe Hayden even led that lap. He's going to sail it off into the corner. Lucas tries to cut back underneath them. He's going to push it up the hill, get into the door, pushes Hayden around a little bit. It's the only thing he can really do. Hayden gets to the outside wall. He's going to cut back down. Lucas is out front once again. And side by side they go. They bang doors. That was awkward. Hayden gets out to the front. Casey Graves loving it. I think Lucas is broke. Hayden Lowell going to get the win in the 56 truck at Rockingham. Lucas Hoyt will bring it home second. Yeah, he broke the truck, banging off the doors there. Travis Martin going to be able to stretch that fuel longer than everybody this last run, get 46 laps in, and brings it across the line in third. Blake Giglio.
That's it, Hayden.
He's going to make the fuel stretch. He's sliding it out of the final turn. He's going to bang the inside wall. Still gets 4th over Cleaver, I believe. Casey Graves brings it home 1 lap down in 6th.
Good one, Hayden. I think he would have had a better shot if he'd just let me go, but I don't know.
Awkward.
I've won 2 races. I haven't gotten to do a clean burnout for any of them.
Oh, out of gas, says Lucas. Lucas is out of gas. 15 screwed him. All right, let's find Chopper Cam. Where it at?
Walker.
There it is.
Fuck you too, David.
Fuck you do. We're having a little gangbang right here at the edge of the pit road.
Whatever that means. Shotgun Hayden. Hayden DG, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Swiss.
Well, that was a wild way to win that one. Had to take the extra pit stop and then run him back down. Tell me what was going through your mind there at the end.
Yeah, I honestly thought that the
Damn it,
tires
Quinn.
were going to even out, and he... Come on, Quinn. That the tires were going to even out, and he'd still pull away from me. He raced me really hard there at the end, but fair and respectful nonetheless. Sounds like he just ran out of gas coming down the backstretch, and that was kind of the difference. I know he's not the most happy with Shearer at the moment, but really that was a race either one of us could have won, and going caution-free at Rockingham is quite impressive, so props to everyone for that.
I did not have that on my bingo card tonight.
I did not either. I told you pre-race, like we're probably going to get a lap 1 or 2 wreck, and we didn't get 1 or 2 wrecks, period.
All right, you need to say that every race now.
I might.
It was enjoyable to have a green flag race. I love watching strategy play out, and we rarely get to do it, so it was nice.
Yeah, like middle of the, like late first run, early second run, I was like, who's shifting? And Lucas is like, that's my ignition switch. And I'm like, oh, I see what's going on. And like he had already committed to that, and I couldn't like switch strategies at the point I was at, so I was like, let's just run it into the ground and we'll see what happens, and brought it home with a victory.
It was very entertaining to watch. Thanks for putting on a good show, doing a different strategy, and you and Lucas just both had a great strategy there, and it was hard to see which one was going to play out. I think Lucas may be right. If he didn't get held up there, it could have been a different story. That's crazy. Absolutely entertaining, though.
He said he lost 3 to 5 seconds with Shearer, so he probably wins without that. I don't know, like he probably doesn't run out because he started pushing, trying to keep me behind, but sometimes you just got to take the breaks you're given. That's kind of how it goes. That's kind of how my season's been, is I catch a bunch of bad breaks, and I guess what goes around comes around, and one last night, one tonight, maybe the floodgates are opening.
We hope not. All right, man. Congrats on the victory tonight. Go ahead and hit me with the friends, family, and sponsor shoutouts.
Yeah, Napa Auto Parts, Arc Music, C2X, Madigan Motorsports, and Low Drag Esports as always. You Swiss for putting on the broadcast. everyone over at Low Drag Esports and Cody Brown for putting on our Thursday Night Trek series, and everyone for coming out, and all our other admins and sponsors that put on our, oh, this has been so long. What is it? 8 leagues on 6 days of the week? Or is it 7?
Perfect. You
8
had
on
it.
6? All
8 on
right.
6.
8 leagues, 6 different days of the week.
All right, man.
And you, Swiss, for putting on the broadcast, if I didn't say that already.
And dealing with all you dipshits, right?
Exactly.
All right, man. Congrats on a strong run tonight. Good to see you play that strategy out and get a green flag run. That was very entertaining.
That
see
was
you.
awesome.
Yeah, see you tomorrow for something. Hopefully, GT3. Or are you going to be too busy?
I don't think I'll be there tomorrow. I think Monday ARCA might be. Well, no, Sunday Sidecar will be the next one you see me.
Sunday sidecar. All right, we'll see you Sunday, man. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you then.
Thank you very much, Swiss.
Hayden Lowell in the 56 getting the win tonight. See if we can track down our other competitors. Lucas obviously not happy, so we'll do his interview last and let him calm down after hearing the soothing voice of Travis Martin. We can go down and pick him up. Is he waiting in the waiting room for me? He is. What a good boy that Travis is. What's a good boy that Travis is? Trav, DG, got a copy? Hello. I'm hitting the wrong buttons here, but hey, how you doing? Pulled the strategy off to get a nice P3 tonight. Good to see you have some good luck finally. You've had some real shit luck, so it's nice.
Yeah, I feel you, dude. Yeah, it was nice to have a race where we could do some strategy. Who'd have thought could be at Rockingham, right?
Not me. I did not have that on my bingo card at all, so it was pretty cool.
Not at all, but yeah, it was a great race. I wish I don't know how Lucas, because I was that last run, I was like 1.3, 1.5, right behind Lucas, keeping up with him, saving gas pretty good, and then suddenly, he was just gone. So I don't know. I'm happy to get a little P3 there, so that's good after the luck I've been having. You're exactly right, so I'm very happy for that.
Yeah, man. Well, it's cool to see you have a good run. We appreciate you doing all you do for our community and being part of it. You are an awesome person, and if I haven't told you lately, I love your face.
Oh, well, I love your face, and right back at you, brother.
All right, tell me all the friends, family, and sponsor faces you love as well.
You know my 10/10s boys, love your faces. Mr. Tito Dub 10, oh my God.
Has it been that long?
1023 graphics. Yeah, it's been a while, dude. I'm out of practice. Also, DGSRacing.com for the refresh here. And also your lovely face for the stream, dude. Really appreciate you. I'm gonna have fun watching this one back.
Heck yeah. You get a top 3 and a nice long green flag runs. It's just enjoyable to grab back a little bag of popcorn and just munch it down while you're watching the race, and it's a good time.
You gotta have something to do during work tomorrow, right?
That's right. Who would work at work? That's stupid.
What even is?
All right. Well, congrats on that P3. Get out of here. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you back here soon.
Good night.
Trav, bringing it home. And let's track down Lucas, see if he calmed down a little bit after that, or if he's even in the Discord still. Let's see. I see Travis. I see Davis. I see Hayden. Don't tell me I have to do Davis as the... All right. Davis, you here?
I might be.
All right, you get to do your favorite thing.
Yes, sir. What's my favorite thing?
Talking.
All right, let me know.
Well, Lucas isn't here, so you get to be Lucas.
Yeah, son. You know, shoot, I was trying to save that gas, man. Got it to the end, but damn, that fucking cheating 56 car, man. Somehow his lab pedal was a little louder than mine, and just got held up by that 15 car. Cost me a few seconds, and I think that was the end of the game right there.
10-4. We're going to have to get NASCAR tech on that to see if indeed one loud pedal is louder than the other, because that is the first time we've heard that report, so it's definitely some serious allegations, and we're going to have to look into that. We can't have that around here in SRL.
Yeah, I think he was spraying in that motorbox. Don't know how, but that's what the word told me.
All right, man. Go ahead and hit me with your friends, family, and sponsor shout-outs for your P2 finish tonight.
Yeah, LH Designs, Low Drag Motor Club, 712 Brakes Racing, CTCRN. That's all we got for y'all.
All right, man. We appreciate you. Thanks for running with us, and we'll see you soon.
Have a good night, y'all.
David Screenwell filling in as Lucas Hoyts was. Lucas was not in the Discord for his interview. Letting him get his sponsor shoutouts in there anyway. We appreciate them doing that for him. I am shocked by these allegations that we've had tonight about someone's loud pedal being louder than someone else's loud pedal. That is very serious. We're gonna have to do some in-depth investigation and get to the bottom of this situation. Let's look at our final results here tonight. Oh man, Rockingham, what a show it put on tonight. Hayden Lowell with your win. Lucas Hoytsma finishes second. Travis Martin third. And Blake Iglio and Cody Cleaver make it on their fuel strategies and round out the top 5. Casey Graves brings it home in 6th. Nick Cooper 7th. Brad Wilson 8th. Ian Montrose 9th. And Ethan Evers picks up a top 10. Page 2, we got Cliff Mullins, Quinn Newton, Andrew Beach, Dave Munch, Davis Greenwell, Matt Banky, Cody Brown, Daniel Wallen, Jeremy Sher, and Zach Marterson. And our final 2, we have TJ Floyd and then Ashton Tackwell. Never actually gridded up, but shout out to Ashton for registering for the race. Hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Let's look at our final sponsor slides here so we can get on out. We got Wild Horse Broadcasting doing our ARCA series on Monday night. And yes, we are switching to the new ARCA car. So if you want to come run the new ARCA car in a league setting, we will see you on Monday. Wannagoons does our Dirt series every Tuesday night with the Pro Late Models. And you have ARC Music doing our Xfinity series following that dirt race. And 712 Brakes puts on our Cup series with Lucas and the Next Gens on Wednesday, Low Drag Esports. And 712 Brakes puts on our Truck series that you just watched here at Rockingham. Tomorrow we got the GT3 series. We're taking on Sebring with Fort Worth Screen Printing. Then the Golden Eagle Syrup Super Speedway series takes place right after that on Friday night. Ethan Evers podcast, the Evers Fever podcast, they take place on Sunday with our Gen 6 Cup League that's running all year long. That's something new this year. Big C's Diecast, we got a bunch of diecast giveaways going on. Get to our Discord to figure out how to get those exclamation point leagues in the chat. And if you don't have that option, go ahead and just DM me and I will let you know how to get in on those giveaways. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks CTCRN. I know they were the last one there. Appreciate Lucas. Thanks. Appreciate everybody else. We're going to do some racing after we do our little race reviews here, and that'll be coming up right after this. But if you're over on the YouTube, we do shut down here, so make sure you get on over to the Twitch broadcast. It is twitch.tv/DG Swiss. Hope to see you all there. Thank you so much for watching tonight, and we'll see you in the next race. Wrapped up on the YouTube, and now we're just Twitch stream, get the music.